Doing the final checks, and today we're off to Cape Jervis in preparation for hopping on the boat tomorrow to Kangaroo Island. It's supposed to be 36 degrees today here. Stinker. But good weather for swimming, snorkeling and exploring. I'm going to find somewhere to level up now. We're going over to Kangaroo Island and the water's not really good over there, so our water bladder that we purchased is going to come in handy. Right, filling our bladder up. So glad we bought this, because we're going to be on Kangaroo Island for 13 nights and we've only got, usually we have 10 nights water. And that's about 105 litres in there. Happy days. Now we're on our way. This is Kingston SE. I don't know what the SE stands for. I'll have to look it up further and see if I can work out what the hell SE means. But on all the signs coming here it said Kingston SE. So we're on the road on a long weekend. Kingston was amazing, except for one tiny little thing. And that was the smell of the seaweed. That was pretty shitty actually. In the morning when the wind comes up you don't really smell it, but there was a massive seaweed on the beach and along the coast, but we've seen that all the way up, all the way along the southern coast of Australia so far. Salt pan. There used to be wetlands in there, I think, and now it's salt pans. They say that along the coast there's plenty of salt pans. You've got to be careful. Some people think it's fun to go and drive on them, but apparently you can sink down into them and get totally bogged. So there's places where you've got to be quite careful, apparently. I don't know if that's one of them, but that's what I was reading. Coming up to Meningie. She's bloody hot, 36 degrees. Meningie. Information zone. Yes, it's a hospital. They have a hospital in Meningie. Look at that out. Nice. It's a big place. It is a big place. Nice big wide streets. Yeah. Car wash. Truck wash. Maximum clearance 4 metres. Could wash the van. Gosh. Right on the bay. The water glistening in the sunlight. It's kind of a weird colour, the water here, isn't it? Oh, what a lovely little town. Did you see a campground? A planting program along the side of the road here to make a nice green on the western side of Meningie, and let's hope it grows because it's incredibly dry here, isn't it? Dirt, dry and straight. Yeah, flat dust bowl, isn't it? We've got a little hill coming up. First one in a little while. Look out, the car will have to struggle up this giant hill. Look at it. There's another one. Little willy willies on the side here, forming in the dust. Did you feel it then when we drove through there? Pulled on the van a little bit. Yeah, who knows? River Murray Wellington ferry. Be the only van there. Excellent. Fellow zones going on a ferry. This is a free service done by the South Australian Government, getting people across the Murray River. The only time this ferry does not run, it runs 24/7, 365 days of the year, but the only time it doesn't run is when the Murray is in flood. So we've come up this way, up the Princess Highway, up the coast, and we've come up here to Wellington. As you can see, Wellington. Most people tell you that you've got to cross the Murray River at Tailem Bend, But this Wellington ferry here will take you across, and the man at the information centre at, where were we, Mt Gambier?
Yeah.
Mt Gambier told us this is the best option. There's, it shaves off this whole big circuit up here and coming down to the peninsula down this way. We're going to zip across here and go down this way, which will save us a ton of time and fuel, which is just wonderful. Thank you to the South Australian government. And we're going down here to Victor Harbour to pick up some mail, and then we're going over here to Cape Jervis, where we will tomorrow catch the ferry across to Kangaroo Island, the next bucket list destination. Isn't that exciting? There they go. We'll be on the next one, zipping across the mighty Murray River.
In 200 metres, continue straight onto Ferry Road, B45.
And 200 metres, continue straight. We'll try and continue straight once we get across the water. There we are. Safely on board.
Look at that. I've just got to look at that.
Bearing in mind that things are closer than they appear in the mirror.
And then look at this, right on the inside of the line.
Precision parking.
Oh, we have an oversized something coming on. Oh,
We're moving.
felt like we were going.
No, we can't be going yet. He's not in the wheelhouse. Coming.
We moved.
We did move somewhat. Perhaps he released an anchor or something.
The young fella.
Away we go. Here's a young fella taking responsibility, property and lives.
We're off. Our first ferry trip is in preparation for tomorrow to Kangaroo Island.
Yep. This will be
This
much
one's
calmer.
free, and this one's free.
This one's free, but we're going across what's called the back passage tomorrow.
That could be a bit rough.
More on that tomorrow. The side here looks incredibly narrow to get off,
Yes.
and there's all of us here to get off side by side.
It's going to be fun.
He's going to direct us. It's not going to be a race to see who can start their engines and roar off first.
Hopefully this fellow will get off first.
Yeah. Give us a bit of manoeuvrability room. How cool is this? This is so exciting. A little ocean voyage with the van. It's lovely. Reminiscent,
Taking the van on a holiday.
reminiscent of Tasmania. It's lovely. Victor Harbour to pick up some mail.
Now look at the fucking van.
This is Middleton. Middleton Caravan Park's just here. It's a nice little town. Gee, they've got some old buildings here. Look at that. Arts and crafts in that one. So we think we're coming into Victor Harbour, which is really, really close to Port Elliot.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But this is actually Victor Harbour now.
Wow. The cathedral's massive.
So we're coming down this road because we're going to the post office.
I might park here.
Yeah, good idea. Park here on the left.
Will the van
Right.
get through those lights?
Oh shit, will it? I don't know.
So Kaz ordered some boots online and they arrived during the week, and it's the weekend, so they've put it into a parcel locker for us.
There's a touch screen somewhere where you scan this code.
Touch screen. That's cool. Never done that before. Put on your Australia Post. Locker is open. Yay.
Okay, we're going to see if we fit in underneath these lights.
Look at that. Sculpture of some sort.
I don't know. Anyway, they're close together, those ones.
Well, it's pretty close.
Yeah, that looked pretty close.
Oh fuck, I thought I hit it then.
Jesus
What's
Christ,
going on
that was
here?
close. I don't know what's happening here.
God, I've got to do a right turn there.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's been a long day. It's all happening here. There might be no shops open, but the bars certainly are open. Look, that's pretty as a picture, the flowers in front of the church.
Yeah.
Pity about the signage there.
My darling.
Welcome to the French coast. However you say that name.
Actually, the hills are beautiful. They just started appearing before us. Imagine if that was green.
Yeah. Getting closer and closer. Are we here? No, we're still 8 minutes away from Cape Jervis. But we follow those Kangaroo Island ferry signs, we can't go wrong. Hey?
True.
Where's that? But that, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, that is Kangaroo Island. Wow. Look at it. There's the ferry.
There's the ferry. It might be.
There's the ferry. The late afternoon ferry. Oh, who cares? We'll be on it tomorrow. Look at the sun going down. That's picture perfect. That's Cape Jervis there. Lovely. So we're at the tip of the peninsula now. So that's one side and the other side is over there. So lovely. Cape Jervis, look. Ahoy to Cape Jervis.
Look at that.
Look at the lawnmowers on top of that caravan. Oh my goodness, you see everything. And the car's down in a sinkhole.
Take a photo while
I can't take a photo while I'm video because I'm tech savvy.
Oops, we're here. Shit.
Look, this is where everyone in Caravan Park turn off because they're looking at the view. This is where they all come. Look how many people have turned around in here. Hundreds of them. So, you can do it. Chuck a Yui. Karen's dying for a wee. Right, so we have actually come back and we've arrived. Reception's up here.
Here we are. It's a big fall, but it's an old farming station. Perfect.
So we're trying to use up the honey we got
Oh, why is that?
Fucking bought it. You had to get rid of it to come into South Australia. So we bought some when we got into South Australia because I like honey.
And we thought we'd be here a while.
And Kangaroo Island's part of South Australia, but it turns out Kangaroo Island doesn't like anyone else's honey. You've got to buy their honey over there. So now we have to use up the perfect liquid we bought at Coles or Woolies or wherever it was. We've got to use it all up before we go over to Kangaroo Island over there tomorrow.
But the positive thing is we found this really nice recipe.
Monique found a really nice recipe. So this is the concoction we've made. Unfortunately, only a quarter of a cup of honey, which was a bit disappointing.
Well, at least it's better than nothing. And then we're going to do some baking tonight, aren't we?
No, well, we'll see. Well, I'm trying to find a no-bake honey recipe, so we don't have to, because it's still 30 degrees. Pour it over the chook.
All over the chicken. What about over the veggies?
No, but just says the chicken.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So I'm preheating that Ziggy oven.
Honey.
So it's orange juice, honey,
Garlic, and
tamarind.
this stuff. That stuff. Extra thick coconut amino sauce. We've got the juice from the oranges because we couldn't bring the oranges in, so we had to juice that to bring that in. So we're using that up too.
Right, we're a little bit excited.
Do you want more rice than that?
That's plenty, thank you. Oh my gosh, that looks yummy. Good timing. And good.
You know, it tastes a little bit like apricot chicken, but orange.
Mm.
Yum.
So now Karen has found a recipe. What are we doing, Kaz?
Using more honey. We're going to try and use more honey and try and save some for toast in the morning. Not much left. So we're not heating it, we're combining it. The peanut butter and the honey.
What's it called? And what are we making?
We're making oat slices. Healthy oat slices, no baking.
Excellent.
Because it's still 25 degrees. Karen doesn't feel like cooking. So we're doing a no bake, chop them up and eat them raw kind of deal.
How's it going?
This is hard work. It's like mixing molasses.
Smells good.
It does smell good, doesn't it?
Mm. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product. We used all the honey almost.
Almost. And almost all the peanut butter. Sadly. Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Monique.
And we're so glad you could come on a journey with us.
Go.
Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Monique. And we're so glad you could come on a journey with us. See you next time.
Bye. Larry the Lobster. We're at Kingston, South Australia.
Lobster capital of the world.